Hey there, business owners, entrepreneurs, and freelancers. Nishi here with another fast and exciting social media marketing tip for you this week. Today, I want to talk about blogging. Blogging is difficult. I hear you guys. I know a lot of you went into business because you had a particular skill and you're really good at a certain task and you built a business around it. And maybe at the time, you never thought you'd have to, write content or create a business blog to promote your product or service online. So, a couple of you might not think of yourselves as writers, or maybe it's something that you struggle with. Don't feel bad. Writing is really difficult. Even professional writers have trouble with it. I've got a couple of articles online that are here to help you. For one, I talk about writer's block a lot. Okay, the important thing to do is to just accept that writer's block is an inevitable part of the process. It happens to everybody, like I said, even professional writers, certainly business bloggers. It's important that you acknowledge that writer's block exists, that it happens to everybody. Otherwise, you just go into this downward shame spiral and it just makes things worse. Set up systems and routines so that you can prevent it from happening as much as possible. And then when it does happen, you're able to cope with it. So on my blog, I talk about things like using the Disney method to spark creativity and writing morning pages according to the artist's way, which is a way to clear your mind and create a landscape for creativity to flow. And I also talk about just using your blog to answer questions and create lists based on answering these questions that you might hear from your public, your audience, your clients, and your potential clients. So it's really just about listening and creating content from what you hear, from what you overhear. So that's one thing. Don't be afraid of writer's block and create a system whereby you can combat it when it does occur. The other thing is to open yourself up to different kinds of writing. Blog posts can take the form of, interviews or testimonials or reviews, or you can do guest posts. You don't have to just be confined to one type of format of blog post. You might find that you're actually better at some formats than others. So experiment a little. Try to go a little bit out of the box with your blogging and see what happens. And then finally, be aware of things like word count and dwell time. So word count, the length of your blog is important. Your blog post needs to be at least 300 words long to even be acknowledged by Google as content. And then, longer posts they do better in terms of search engine optimization on Google, but word length isn't everything. It has to also be about dwell time. How long do people stay on your blog? If you write a 5,000 word article, but people only, tune out after the first 150 words because it's terrible or not engaging, then your dwell time is going to be really low because they click off of it and you're not going to get the SEO, the search engine optimization that you're hoping for. So that's it for today. I hope you found that useful. To summarize, when you're blogging, understand that it's a difficult thing. Writer's block is a very real occurrence, and it happens to all of us. It happens to professional writers. Don't let it get you down. Don't panic. Set up systems and routines so that you can, one, prevent it as much as possible, and when it does occur, and it's going to occur, it's fine, you're prepared to deal with it. And number two, experiment with different kinds of blog posts. Don't just, lock yourself down into one kind of format. Try to do reviews and testimonials and engage with your peers to get guest bloggers on board. You can build a lot of content just by experimenting out of the box this way. And then finally, be really aware of things like word count and dwell time to get the most return on your investment when you're creating content for your blog. That's it for today. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please subscribe. I put out new articles and new videos every month. Talk to you soon. Until next time, take care.